Things aren't always what they seem. Our belief system is built on fixed ideas. These ideas come from our own subjective experiences, and I've realized that I often rely on those experiences to judge things in life. I do this through what I call understanding and awareness. But I've come to see that these two things are relative. They might be right for me, but not for someone else, and vice versa. Both of these are controlled by our mind. When I cling to them too much, I tend to think that's the right path. But in reality, that path is just a reflection of my own mind. Strangely, if the mind is clear enough, I can see when I'm wrong. The reverse is also true. I've always heard that compassion must be paired with wisdom. Otherwise, it's just a fake kind of compassion. So, I think that when it comes to everything in life, if we look at it fairly and use wisdom instead of delusion, we'll see there's no right or wrong. It's all just an endless stream of karma, nothing more than cause and effect. If we keep clinging to it, we'll forever see life as full of suffering and injustice. Hello, my eager young learners. When I see a stepmother hitting her stepchild, I used to judge her thinking, that evil monster. She doesn't have love for the child because it's not her own. But when I see a mother hitting her biological child, I'd assume this mother knows how to discipline her child. She must love her child to be so tough, and they'll grow up to be a good person. Is that really certain? Absolutely. I believe most of us would think that. But actually, it's not certain at all. Looking deeper into intent. Why not? I think we need to look at the intent behind the action. For example, a stepmother hits her stepchild because the child is spoiled and defiant, and she wants them to become a decent person. But because of the social stereotype that stepmothers hate their stepchildren, we side with the child. This indirectly encourages their bad behavior. The child then develops a belief that they will always be defended no matter what they do, and that their stepmother is a villain. There's a saying we often use during arguments, if your parents can't teach you, society will. So my question is, isn't that stepmother part of society? Or is she, because of the stepmother stereotype, not allowed to discipline a misbehaving child? Here's another example. A mother hits her own child. Our fixed idea is spare the rod, spoil the child, or a mother's love is unconditional. I once saw a mother hit her child without mercy, making them run 3 laps around the lake. Why? The child had broken her valuable vase. So was she really showing love for her child, or was she showing love for the vase? She didn't hit the child to help them grow. She hit them because she regretted her broken vase. The child will grow up not with a sense of love, but with a feeling of guilt. Because of this, intent is what we should rely on to judge a situation, not just what our eyes can see. If a stepmother hits her stepchild because I hate the sight of you, you're not my child, so I'm going to make you miserable, then that's truly an evil act. But if she genuinely wants the child to become a good person, that's not evil. The intention has to be to make them better, not to use that as an excuse to punish them. That's a good deed. Similarly, a mother hitting her child to help them learn from a mistake is an act of love. But if she hits them out of regret for a broken object, there's no love in that. That's a bad deed. Without a bad intention or conscious will to act, we don't create new karma. Everything is just the result of a chain of causes and effects. I am not someone else. How can I know their true intention? No matter how wise I am, only I can understand myself. Everything is a continuous chain of karma. If we're not clear-minded and we rush to judge, we're the ones creating new karma, all while thinking we're protecting justice. Just look at the recent controversy in Foucault. It's clear that what we see with our own eyes isn't always the full truth. Reading without experience can be misleading. Reading without experience can lead to serious misunderstanding. Many people have asked me what books they should read to broaden their minds and develop themselves. I'll be blunt, if you just bury your head in books, you'll only end up confused. It's better not to read at all. What do I mean by reading without experience? I mean buying a huge stack of books on every topic from spirituality, occultism, and fairy tales to self-help and business. Then locking yourself in a room to study them every day. Then one day you feel, wow, books have given me a massive amount of knowledge. You might think you're versed in heaven and earth and have enlightened yourself to all the truth and essence of the universe. Hello, my eager young learners. It sounds thrilling. After reading, you feel you've reached a VIP level, like a master of the universe. But I think we should pause that high for a moment. Have you truly experienced and understood these issues completely? Or did you simply learn a bit of borrowed experience and declare it the truth? Then, when you face a similar problem that's just presented differently, you're just as confused, as if you'd never read a single book. That's the first consequence of borrowed experience. You idealize theories and build a belief system that you'll become successful just by reading books, especially those by successful people. The next consequence is becoming arrogant. I'm not telling you not to read, but don't read and then forget about real-life experience. In reality, most of the information you read hasn't been widely verified. It could be right, or it could be wrong. If you read the wrong information, you'll easily form fixed opinions, and fixed opinions are incredibly hard to change, especially when your beliefs are as stubborn as a mule. The importance of real-world experience. I think you'd real-world experience to update and filter your belief system, to verify what you've learned and discard the wrong ideas that have taken root. For example, the saying, "The world has 3 barrels of knowledge, and I have 2." Take those get-rich-quick books that say you have to be greedy when others are fearful, or you have to be a risk-taker to get rich. It sounds exciting. Your blood rushes to your head, and you take out high-interest loans to invest and do business as the book says, without any real-world experience. The result? You lose all your capital and maybe end up in debt, wiped out the first time. The next time, you learn your lesson not to just listen to books and start consulting gurus. But each guru has a different perspective, and you don't have enough knowledge to know who's right or wrong, or what the global situation or market demands are. Then you read a book and think, Guru A seems to make sense. So you follow them. Boom, you're wiped out a second time, and your debts pile up. That's when I realized that every guru has their own unique experience, and no two are alike. After a few more times getting wiped out, I finally realized it's no accident that theory only accounts for 30% of our grades in school. I started to understand that to get rich, you need the right time, the right place, the right people, good fortune, and good karma. If you're missing one element, your chances of success drop. The more you're missing, the higher the failure rate. This is our common mistake. We avoid challenges, are lazy about gaining experience, and want to succeed as fast as possible. So, we're easily misled if we stumble upon a theoretical idea that seems full of potential, easy to do, and cheap. If it costs nothing, all you're getting is dirty water and construction dust. No glory comes without a price. To succeed long-term, I believe you need to be willing to face challenges and fail first. An important lesson on collaboration, and the foundation for facing challenges, accepting failure, and succeeding is to train your body to be strong. Even if you can't be a powerhouse, you need to have a certain level of endurance. A healthy body leads to a healthy and clear mind. I'm speaking until my mouth foams, and I don't know if anyone's listening. Go play a sport, take a refreshing shower, and then pull out a book to study. At that point, your mind will be open and clear. It will increase the effectiveness of your reading and help you combine knowledge with real-life experience. It was then I realized that when books say youth is about experience, that's not the whole story. It should be real-world experience, facing challenges and failures while training your body, mind, professional skills, and character, not just experiencing partying and dating. Let reality teach you a lesson when you're over 30 and you don't have a stable job, no one wants to work with you, and you have no friends. That's when you'll truly wake up. Live in reality. Go out and get challenged. Don't just read books. Books are very useful when combined with personal experience. Otherwise, people call it word blindness. I don't fear an enemy as cunning as a ghost. I only fear a teammate as stupid as an ox. That's why, when my younger brother asked me why I don't collaborate with others, I had to think. Most of the big channels today were built from the ground up. Not all of them, but many were. And clearly, the advantage of being a pioneer is huge. The market was open, and the audience was vast. Sometimes you could make a video with no substance and still get millions of views and go viral. In short, at that time, there wasn't much competition. Anyone could get famous easily. The big channels back then also easily got deals with major brands, and collaborating with each other was a win-win. Two blind men walking together or three blind men walking together can still rule a land of the blind, especially when that land of the blind was starving for content and desperately lacked direction. Hello, my eager young learners, but I think this is no longer an easy opportunity. It's not just do it and you'll get famous, because now everyone wants to build a channel. Everyone wants to be famous and become an idol. The purpose, of course, is and always has been to make money. They see others getting famous so easily, making so much money, with jobs just pouring in while they sit at home. The third and seventh sister got married. The second sister stayed home dancing for money. It sounds easy, but it's not. But everyone's already doing it. Everyone knows that going solo can't compete with the big channels anymore. So what should you do? Find another person who is also green like you to collaborate. But since you're both green, your collaborations will likely be with people who lack substance, have little foresight, are too fame-hungry, and lack persistence. You work with one person, but your follower count doesn't increase, so you get tired and find someone else. You work with another person, but you don't get any views, so you get tired and find someone else again. And that's if you're lucky enough to find someone who's even willing to work hard. What if you find someone who just wants to eat without doing any work? They collaborate but only show their face, and they either don't know how to do anything else, or if they do, it's only at a basic level. Or worse, they demand to split the profits before they've even done the work. Each person is holding a self-destructing bomb. Before they even face the pressure of competition, they've already destroyed each other. My view is that it's best to go solo. It's harder, but you'll eliminate those who hold you back. By facing challenges and failures on your own, you'll become smarter. The more you fail, the smarter you get. Besides, you'll learn to respect people who are truly valuable later on. If you just keep looking for a partner, bad habits, poor qualities, and short-sighted thinking will easily spread, and your opportunities will narrow. It might sound negative, but if you want to go far, I think you should go alone. Create a long-term plan for yourself, at least for a year. In that year, what do you need to do? What's your strategy and what are your topics? Identify your strengths, not just your hobbies, because you might like something but not be good at it, and vice versa. Build up your knowledge to create better quality content. Study the rules and community guidelines carefully. As long as you don't break the rules, you'll have a chance to go viral.